We got a new MVM event here, Voltaic Violence. This is being presented by moonlight.tf. It is having a donation going on, and the donation is for the ALS Association. So, like I did with the previous one, I really recommend donating if you have the money. If you donate $5, you get an in-game medal. Links down below to all the donation stuff. So, yeah. I will say this as well. If you donate using cash, make sure to include your Steam ID so they can actually give you the medals. Because if you don't do that, they can't give you the medals. So make sure you put your Steam ID link if you donate through cash. But if you donate through scrap.tf, you're automatically given your Steam ID and they will give you the medal once they're added in the game. There's two medals you get for completing missions in general. One for completing 6 intermediate or expert missions, and one for completing 8 advanced or expert missions. Make sure both is also fine. And I should also point out, at the time of recording, the medals are not in game at the moment. So if you complete it and you haven't got your medals yet, don't worry. They'll be added at a later date. Just right now, they're not in the game. So, let's get into this. What I thought about the event. So, you've got 6 intermediate missions, 9 advanced missions, and 6 expert missions. And I'm not going to review each mission individually, or each map individually. I'm just going to go summarize all of them. So, starting with the intermediate missions, they are intermediate, pretty easy, but, you know, that's what intermediate is there for. It's a pretty just chillax, shoot some robots, have some fun. Sometimes they introduce some wacky stuff, like for example, on one of the maps, the Sentry Busters had some funny mechanics, and there was one wave that literally looked like it was going to be an actual wave, but then the robot just dies, and it just takes you to the final wave. A bit more April Fool's-like for my liking personally, but it didn't really ruin the map overall, experience-wise. There was also this map, I think it's called Production, and very interesting map, I gotta say. I don't think I played on it before, and it just really intrigued me. It's pretty different to most other MVM maps. I don't know if this is actually a new map for this event, or this map has been used before and I just haven't ever played on it, but it was a fun map, very interesting and very fun, and, you know, very unique. Onto advanced missions. Overall, balancing for advanced missions, they felt like a typical 2 cities balance, I would say, where by the late waves you feel very strong, and it's a bit easier now because you've got a lot more cash coming through. So your typical normal, just, you know, advanced 2 cities or even mecha engine. The map choices as well really helped. Like, there was Jungle Works, which is a reskin of Decoy. That was really fun to play on. You had some missions for Rottenburg as well. They also brought back a Doppler, which is one of my favorite maps. It's a very unique map, and I really like it for that. The missions themselves, yeah, they were all pretty much fairly balanced. Nothing too spectacular. There are definitely different robot types you don't normally see. A lot of Dragon Fury Pyros, which you will definitely need to buy fire resistance for. They pack a punch. They do a lot of damage. But yeah, expert missions are definitely one of... If you are new to expert, or you've only played a little bit of expert, I would recommend actually avoiding these expert missions. A lot of these were very tough. Very fun and still balanced, but very tough. One of the expert missions was on my favorite map as well. Another one of my favorite maps, at least. Waterfront. Really love that map. The expert mission on that was actually a lot of fun. And again, very challenging, but massively fun. The Jungle Works one as well. I would say it's a bit easier than Decoy Expert, like the normal Decoy Expert from Gear Grinder. I would say this one's a bit easier, but still challenging. I think the easiest expert mission, if you want to do one of them, was Underground. I don't think I failed once on it. I failed a bunch on the other ones, depending on what team I had, and depending on how well I was performing myself. But Underground, it didn't seem like I had the best team, or wasn't really performing that well myself, but we still managed to do it without really any worries. And I will say this right now, if you want to give the expert missions a shot, you can try it with randoms. You could get lucky and get a pretty decent team, but I would probably recommend getting at least 2 or 3 people that are well known for playing expert, or at least know a lot about MVM, because again, these missions are very hard, and doing most of them solo was a bit in the pain in the ass, but they were still enjoyable at the end of the day, and no one was toxic to each other, so that's really what matters at the end of the day. They were still fun, everyone had fun, you know, had a few fails, but we overcame it and won the mission, so yeah. There isn't really much to say about this event, and that's not really a bad thing. It's just one of your typical MVM events, nothing too special. Again, got lots of different robot types. Got a good sense of challenge for both advanced and expert. Intermediate is just pure fun, wackiness fun. So, yeah. The event ends on June the 12th. Which by the time I'm recording this, and this will be updated, that'll be in about 18 days. So again, if you want to beat all the missions, I recommend starting now if you can, because I don't imagine many people doing it in one sitting. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. But hey, a bit of shameless plug here, but if you want to play some of these missions and you want to play in a party or with people, join my Discord server. I will happily play with people. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Community MVM event. Again, not anything massive, but very enjoyable for what it is. It's always fresh to get new MVM content. Playing Two Cities, Gear Grinder, Mecha, all that. They get boring very quickly if you've done them for years and years on end, like I have. So having these Community MVM events, introducing some new maps, even if they are reskins, it's still nice. It's just the change of scenery, the change of bots, the change of waves. It's just really nice to see, and again, just a very enjoyable experience overall. So, yep. All the links down in the description to go play the event, to go donate to the charity, and that's it for me. I'm hoping to upload a video next week on a more broader topic about MVM, so hopefully that you can all look forward to that, but that is it for me. I'll see you all later.